Hi guys, am I audible? Just give me a thumbs up, please. If I'm audible, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, okay, thank you. Hey, hi guys, I'm just gonna wait for the next 1 minute and then we're gonna kickstart, okay? Just give me. Hey guys, hi, good evening. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm audible, right, guys? I'm audible. Again, just a final thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes,
Okay, okay, chalo, let's get going. Now, um, today's topic, I think with time when I start explaining or when I start getting into this topic, you'll understand why did I even choose this topic for today's ROM using. Now, when I say real problem versus gravity problem, okay, like why exactly the word gravity? Okay, so let me show an example. Let's try and understand कि let's एक बंदा है जो वो जो स्लोप पे बाइक चला रहा है. ओके, अब वो स्लोप पे बाइक चला रहा है, बाइक ऊपर जा रहा है, बट वो बोल रहा है यार मुझे स्पीड नहीं मिल रही है. ओके, ये ग्रेविटी की वजह से मेरे को स्पीड नहीं मिल रहा बिकॉज ग्रेविटी इज पुलिंग हिम डाउन. और वो बोल रहा है यार दिस इज नॉट फेयर यार, लाइक आई वांट टू रश, आई वांट टू गो इन स्पीड बट ग्रेविटी इज नॉट अलाउिंग मी टू स्पीड अप. नाउ this is where the whole word gravity problem comes into picture. Now let's try and understand why, what is this problem. The first and the foremost question is that, is there any way in this world you can fight gravity? Like if you are walking on slope, okay, or if you are running on slope, or if you're driving on slope, is there by any chance you can reach to that speed which you would love to or want to in your head? कितना भी करने के बाद, कितना भी रश करने के बाद, और कितना भी वो गियर में कितना भी पुश करे, फोर्स करे, will he or she be able to reach that space? Now that's something which is very interesting. ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम का बेसिक डेफिनेशन यही होता है कि जिस चीज में इंसान एक्चुअली रियलिटी के साथ और ट्रुथ के साथ फाइट नहीं कर सकता, बट वो करने की कोशिश करता है, is what we define as gravity. And if in very simple words, gravity problems are those problems which are completely inactionable or partly actionable in a way which I'm going to explain you. Now, सोचो हमारी लाइफ में कितने सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है, ओके, जो एक्शनेबल है और इनएक्शनेबल है. मतलब इफ यू लुक इनटू योर ओन लाइफ, लेट्स डिग इनटू इट. ओके, आई डोंट लाइक द टीचर, या मुझे एकेडमिक का सिलेबस नहीं पसंद. क्या मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ उसका? आई मीन अभी इसमें एक्शनेबल है कि तुम रिवोल्ट करो, तुम जाके फाइट करो और वो लेवल का ये सब करो, ठीक है, एक्शनेबल है. बट क्या जेन्युइनली वो रियल लाइफ में कितने लोग वो लेवल का रेजिलियंस लग पाता है? सो इज इट एक्शनेबल? नो. आई डोंट लाइक दिस स्कूल, आई डोंट लाइक द क्राउड. कुछ कर सकते हो? नहीं। मुझे लेट्स से जब मेरा जो सिलेबस है, एज आई सेड द सिलेबस ऑफ द नेक्स्ट 4 years मुझे नहीं पसंद आ रहा है, कुछ कर सकते हो? चेंज कर सकते हो? नहीं। क्या आप छोड़ सकते हो? कर सकते हो, बट विद इट्स ओन कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस। सो क्या मैं वो कर सकता हूँ? ठीक है, कर सकता हूँ, बट अगेन इन दैट एक्शन देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ पेन इन डिफरेंट वेज एंड फॉर्म्स। आई एक्सपेक्टेड माई फ्रेंड टू बिहेव इन अ सर्टन वे, बट वो नहीं कर पाया, वो अब उसने नहीं किया। क्या तुम कुछ कर सकते हो? um, नहीं। आई एक्सपेक्टेड, आई वांटेड माय रिलेशनशिप टू गो वेरी स्मूथ, बट वो नहीं हुआ। कुछ कर सकते हो? यू कैन ट्राई, यू कैन वर्क अराउंड, बट you know that unpredictability is going to be there. So a very interesting part which we need to understand is this: gravity problems, okay, are those problems which are inactionable or partly actionable, but eventually always have a deadlock. Okay, अब सोचो कि हम अपनी लाइफ में कितने सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जहां अटक के बैठ जाते हैं, जो एक्शनेबल है ही नहीं, बट वी एक्चुअली गेट स्टक फॉर मंथ्स एंड इयर्स। मतलब यू नो there's a saying, and I would like to repeat that saying, a very interesting thing I read about this. So that statement said something like this. I'm reading it out as it is written. Here's a little bit of tidbit that is going to save you a lot of time, months, years, and even decades. It has to do with reality. People fight reality. They fight in tooth and nail with everything they've got. And anytime you are arguing or fighting with reality, reality will win. You can't outsmart it, you can't trick it, you can't bend it at your will. Not now, not never. Okay. Now think about this in a very, very interesting manner. And I want you to think कि आप अपनी खुद की लाइफ में ऐसे कितने सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है जो हम डिफाइन ही नहीं कर पाते कि क्या वो रियल प्रॉब्लम है या वो ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम है। मगर आप ऑप्शन देखोगे तो आप कितने टाइम पे अटक जाते हो और कितने सालों तक और महीने तक इम्पैक्ट भी होता है। आप रिलेशनशिप में ले लो, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद डिफरेंट थिंग्स, राइट? हम अलग अलग एरियाज पकड़ेंगे। एकेडमिक्स हम लोग ने ऑलरेडी बात की। रिलेशनशिप, थिंक अबाउट इट, राइट? whether it's friendship, whether it's relationship with opposite sex, whether it's relationship with your family, parents, society. I don't like the laws of society. क्या करोगे आप? Is it something you want to fight it? Can you really change it? Now there is a saying where we think about the extreme that yes, one man can make a difference. Of course, but do we have that resilience, or do we want to walk that path, or is that our aim and vision in life? Is that something which I want to think and in an actionable way? Think about it. If you are not able to think about that problem in an actionable way, then is it a real problem or a gravity problem? Think about it on that lines. So वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली ना, शांति से अगर आप अपनी लाइफ में फिगर आउट करोगे कितनी ऐसी चीजों में है जहां आप अटक के बैठ गए हो, या आप कुछ एक्शन नहीं ले, या आपके दिमाग में वो चल रहा है जो एक्चुअली एक्शनेबल है ही नहीं, या आप एक्शनेबल लेने की पोजीशन में ही नहीं हो। तो क्या हमें वो प्रॉब्लम को रखना चाहिए? क्या हमें वो प्रॉब्लम के साथ बैठना चाहिए, उसके साथ बातें करनी चाहिए, या हमें वैसे प्रॉब्लम को डील करना है जो एक्चुअली एक्शनेबल है, या तो जो करंट प्रॉब्लम है उसको एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में लेके जाना है? बहुत शांति से ये चीज को सोचना, बिकॉज ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है गाइस। हम लोग ने लिटरली लोगों को महीनों, सालों और डिकेड्स तक जेन्युइनली देखा है कि वो लोग वही प्रॉब्लम के बारे में महीनों सालों तक, मेरे साथ ये हुआ तो वो ऐसा था, इसके वजह से ये हुआ, उसके वजह से मेरी लाइफ ऐसी हुई, इसके वजह से इट इज वेयर आई एम राइट नाउ। अब आप बोलोगे कि बिकॉज इंडिया में करप्शन है, ऐसा ऐसा होता है, बट कैन यू डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट? कैन यू डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट? इफ नॉट, then can I make an actionable plan, or can I make something which at least, if you embrace it, okay, I don't want to fight it because this is something which is not in my control, or this is something which is not, I really don't want to get into it. The moment you do that, आपका माइंड ना पाथवे ढूंढने लग जाएगा okay, how exactly I want to navigate with it. For example, let's say, there is a belief which your parent are holding, or there's a belief your child is holding, and it is very hardcore, right? Very very hardcore. Now अगर आप देख रहे हो महीनों सालों से आपका वही टॉपिक को लेके फाइट हो रहा है, ठीक है, और अगर आप उसमें एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में सोच नहीं पा रहे हो, डू यू रियली वांट टू टॉक अबाउट इट? डू यू रियली वांट टू डील विद इट? or you just want to accept it that right now this is more of a gravity problem which I am unable to deal with. Once I get into more actionable space and form, let me address it then. Now think about the baggage, think about the amount of time and the pain it will reduce in you and your life. शांति से सोचना guys, ये बहुत शांति से सोचना peacefully. For example, now talking in the career front, अभी लोग बोलते हैं कि okay, if I'm a writer, if I'm a poet, okay, I don't earn well. Now is that true? In a lot of cases it is true. Okay, now can I fight it? Like of course you can fight it, that आप इसको ये एडिटर को लेको आप फाइट करो, आप एक रेवोल्यूशन करो कि why are we not doing blah 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 stuff. Okay, अगर आप एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में सोच पा रहे हो, and if you want to get into that, that's one way to look at it. But rather than okay accepting the fact that okay, listen, if I want to get into sports, or if I want to get into becoming a poet, I accept the fact that it's not going to be easy. Okay, and in my space, can I think more of actionable plan if I want to go there, or do I come out with a better alternative? The moment you do that, you are actually releasing and easing yourself, guys, from something which you unnecessarily are holding on to and which is not necessary. कितने ऐसे लोग हैं जो ऐसी ऐसी चीजों में अटके हुए हैं. I was recently talking to this guy who joined foot. Okay, उसका फुटबॉलिंग जर्नी में बताता हूँ. बचपन से फुटबॉलर बनना था. ओके, वैसे दिमाग में फिट करके बैठा था. ज्यादा सोचा नहीं. गुजरात में था वो, फुटबॉल कुछ कर रहा था, एंड देन बहुत प्लस माइनस करके उसको स्पेन भेजा. स्पेन में 5 साल से तक वो फुटबॉल का वो डिफरेंट लेवल्स जो होते हैं वो कर रहा था. अभी भी वो 7th या 8th लेयर ऑफ जो फुटबॉलिंग का जर्नी उधर है. अब वो फेस कर रहा है, बोलते उधर रेसिज्म हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है. नाउ सो मेनी थिंग्स. नाउ कैन ही चेंज दैट? कैन ही स्पेस दैट? बट ही वाज अफेक्टेड बाय इट, ही वाज फाइटिंग इट. एंड एंड ऑफ द डे वो सब करने के बाद he landed up back in Mumbai, I mean in Ahmedabad, and now he's trying to figure out what next to be done. अब इंटरेस्टिंग देखो क्या हुआ इसमें. अभी am I demotivating? No, it's not about demotivating. It's about the truth and the reality of life. There are certain defined truths and realities which are actually existing. Up becoming a poet, can anyone think that okay, is there an easy path where I can survive becoming a poet very very easily? No, that is true, it is not easy. But can I think of my life in more of an actionable form? So when I say actionable, okay, I want to practice poet, but along with that, I can do something which will be giving me bread and butter, and then probably I can work around with becoming a poet, and then slowly navigate my journey with that part. So that's one of the way to think about actionable. Or else, if the other actionable plan is that okay, I know the pain, I know the ups and downs which will come, I know that this is going to happen, so there's a lot of acceptance about the up and down journey, and then you still choose to walk that journey. That's also more, because even after choosing all going through up and down, and if you still choose to walk that up and down wala journey, the good part is that there's a lot of acceptance about the pain which will come, and then your mind will only focus not on the pain but on the pathway you want to design for yourself. So which becomes more actionable. So guys, the very interesting point between the gravity problem and the real problem is that real problem are actionable in nature, where your mind is actually able to work around and design what are the next step of actions. So if you are not getting, or if you are not able to get into actionable space, it's important for you to question that whether ये प्रॉब्लम को मुझे अभी एड्रेस करना भी है या नहीं. And this is something which is very very important. कितनी सारी ऐसी एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, और ये हम जेन्युइनली हम मल्टीपल एरियाज में देखते आए हैं. जैसे कुछ लोग जो जॉब करते हैं वो रखते हैं कि मेरा बॉस ऐसा होना चाहिए, मेरा कलीग्स ऐसे होने चाहिए. दैट इज वन. नाउ इज दिस इवन रियली पॉसिबल? is my problem really actually really a real problem, or it's more like a gravity problem? Is there a control of how you're colleagues are going to be or behave? Is there a control of how your boss is going to be? Not really. So is it a real problem? No, it's not a real problem because that's the truth of life. But we try to fight like मैं क्यों आगे नहीं बढ़ पाया because मेरे दोस्त ऐसे थे, because मेरे colleagues ऐसे थे, and then you just stop there. इसके वजह से ना आदमी हैंडीकैप हो जाता है और महीनों सालों और इतना डेड हो जाता है कि वो मूवी नहीं कर पाता। ये बहुत अगेन आई एम एम्फसाइजिंग वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल एंड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट दैट एज ह्यूमंस you need to understand the distinguishing between real problem and gravity problem in your life. Now I'm going to tell everybody of you to just take 5 minutes of your life right now और शांति से ओके वेरी पीसफुली आप सोचना कि आप जो भी प्रॉब्लम से फेस कर रहे हो कि like how many of them, let's say like of 100%, like just go randomly, of 100% of your problems which you think in your life in different ways and forms, what is the ratio of gravity problem versus real problem? Simple phenomena. रियल प्रॉब्लम्स आर दोस्त जिसको आप एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में सोच सकते हो और उसको वॉक कर सकते हो, और ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम वो है जहां आप एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में उसको सोच ही नहीं पा रहे हो. So now in the chat window, I want you to write it down individually. Let's say if Dhaval is there, so Dhaval writes 70% gravity problem, 30% real problem, something like that. So now reflect your life in different ways and forms, in your relationship area, in your career, in your academics, in your health, in the different wants and desires in your life. Let's put it in the chat. Very simple, that how many of your problem which you think you're experiencing or facing, कितने problem gravity percentage wise है और कितने problem real problems है. And as I said, the ratio is very simple. Real problems are those which are actually you as humans can think in the actionable form. So I'm waiting for all people to message. Let's write it down. Let's type it out. Something like that. Okay. 70% gravity, 30% real. Something like this, what I've put in group. Okay, Shivani, 85% gravity, 15% real. Interesting. Cover. 70% gravity. Okay, interesting. Okay, 50-50. Okay, that's good. Mridula, 80% gravity. Okay, very interesting. Thank you. Okay, I don't know who this iPhone is, but yeah, 50-50. Okay. Purav, 80% gravity. Okay, that's great. Neil, 80% gravity. Very interesting. Okay, 50-50. That's a good pace. Wow, Parth. Dude, that's amazing. 70 real, 30 gravity. Okay. Very interesting. So while others are thinking, okay, interesting, fair. So as I said, like all the pending people, think about it. जो आपके relationship की expectation है, Ashish, someday 100 is to 0, 0 is to someday is mix of both. Ah, okay, okay, ठीक है. Come on, pending people. 100% gravity. Okay. Okay, Smack, that's nice. 65% real, 35% gravity. Okay, that's a good ratio. 80% gravity, 20 real. Okay. So now let's think about it. Okay. When once we understand that हमारे ग्रेविटी का जो प्रॉब्लम है या जो ग्रेविटी के जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, अब आप ना रिफ्लेक्ट करो कितने सारे लोग जिनका ग्रेविटी का रेशियो हाई है, ओके, नाउ लेट्स ऑब्जर्व हाउ एग्जैक्टली यू लिव एंड फंक्शन, एंड जिसका रियल प्रॉब्लम का थिंकिंग हाई है उनका लाइफ ऑब्जर्व करो. Let's just try to reflect our own self. People who think the gravity, you know how exactly we actually function and live. Most of the times we are in our head. Most of the times we are only and only amplifying the problem. Most of the times we are blaming the situation, people. Most of the times, we are criticizing. Most of the times we are then self-doubting. Most of the times then, we feel that this is what it is. I mean, मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता इसके बारे में, and this is what I have to do, and this is what I need to, I have to walk with. Think about the level of energy, and then think about the consequences in life. Whereas people जो actually more on real life problems के साथ work कर रहे हैं, let's think about them. Okay, when they are dealing with things, okay, क्या मुझे इसमें मतलब can I do anything about it? Do I know what to do about it? No. Then let me start doing something where I actually can think and do about it. Let's see their life story. When they're unable to do and think about some certain areas, okay, they start focusing on something which they actually can do about. उनका दिमाग creative, innovative होना शुरू होता है. Because they get creative and innovative, there is some movement, and because there is some movement, they are able to move ahead next. And because there is a movement next, they start feeling good about their life. And because they start feeling good about their life, it has a cyclic effect. Now they get more creative and more better in terms of their thinking and energy. और उसके वजह से they are able to take more right steps and healthy steps in terms of different areas, and the possibility of them being in their own head and being stuck in life or being stagnant in life reduces day by day. See the power, guys. See the power. It's not about talent. Believe me, it's not about talent. It's not about how smart you are, how knowledgeable you are. It's simply about you choosing which problems you really want to spend your mind and energy in. As simple as that. For example, let's say my relation with my dad is pathetic, okay? And it is very, very difficult. Now, every time I fight and every time I talk about that, mera relation kya nahi acha hai, and because of this, I'm stuck, and because of this, that's happening with my life. Do you think, is this a real problem? No. The point is that it's defined that me and my dad don't really have a good relation right now. So right now, can I do anything about it? Do I have the power to do anything about it? Can I think of something in action? Not really. Then what I need to do is that let me focus on something where I actually can think more actionable, more in real life, and then slowly and steadily move ahead. Maybe later I get that power to actually think about this as a problem in a more actionable form. But what we do is that because ये नहीं हो रहा है, so I will talk, I will blame, I will be there, and then I will drain my energy. And we know what happens later. We set up expectations from people where it doesn't meet, and then we go in the other extreme, and so on so forth. पूरा इंटरेस्टिंग चैलेंज कहाँ है पता है? कि हम ना वो डिसाइड ही नहीं कर पाते कि कौन से प्रॉब्लम को मुझे एड्रेस करना है और कौन से को मुझे जाने देना है अभी. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है अगर आप शांति से सोचोगे तो. You had an expectation from your partner, didn't meet. Now you sit and crib about it or you fight with it because एक बार नहीं और 10 बार ये हुआ है. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब क्या आपको उसको एड्रेस करना है, फाइट करना है, या यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन अनदर प्रॉब्लम जहां आप जेन्युइनली एक्शन लेके कुछ नेक्स्ट कर सकते हो, and maybe come back to that problem later when you can actually think on actionable lines. This is something, as I said, as humans, we really, really miss. And जो बंदा ये actually कर पाता है, I'm telling you that they are the people where you will see movement. They will feel that movement in life. They will feel that next in life. You will see them doing something about on daily basis. Whereas people जो gravity problems में अटके हुए, you will actually feel and sense stagnancy on a daily basis. So this topic, as I said, is super interesting and super important. Now, today it's not about, as I said, me talking, but you guys reflecting. Okay. Now we're going to do an exercise. Okay. We're going to do an exercise. So one thing which I would love is that we are not going to share and stuff like that. You're going to do it for yourself today. Okay. You're all going to do it for yourself. Just pick up a pen and a paper. Okay. Take 2 minutes. I'm sorry I didn't inform you guys. I forgot to mention that. Just take up a pen and a paper, all of you. Once you are done, just put a thumbs up. In the next 2 minutes, we're going to start with a very interesting exercise. As I said, you're not going to share it here. You're just going to do it for yourself. But once you are done getting a pen and a paper, just give me a thumbs up here. Okay, it was mentioned. Okay, thank you, Sarabji. I thought we didn't mention. Okay. So if you have a pen and a paper, or once you're ready, just give me a thumbs up, guys, please. So I know we are ready with it. Okay, Arush, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Usha. Okay, thank you. Chalo. In the chat, I have mentioned 7 different areas. Okay. Now, in those 7 different areas, I want you to segregate in your life, in your own life, that कितने problems real है और कितने gravity है वो areas of your life में. Okay. Think, write down all the 7 areas. Relationship with your partner, मतलब जो, of course, which is relevant to you. So relationship with your partner, relationship with family, relationship with friends, academics, career, health, lifestyle. Okay. So all the problems which you think you have in these different areas of your life, उसमें से कितना percent gravity और कितने real है. Now again, I'm reminding you a simple trick. Real मतलब वो वैसे प्रॉब्लम्स है जो जेन्युइनली आप एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में उसको इमीडिएटली कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो या कर पा रहे हो, और जिसको आप एक्शनेबल नहीं कर सकते वो बेसिकली ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम्स है. सो एरिया इंडिविजुअल सेक्शन वाइज, in terms of percentage, write down, let's say in terms of partner, my 90% problems are gravity and maybe 10% is real, something like that. Okay, let's put it down and write it down. And once you're done, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I think you joined late. Okay, let me just take you while others are writing. Um, so gravity problem. Okay, so problems which are not actionable in nature, okay, are what we call as gravity problem. Now, what do I mean by that? जैसे कि, for example, अगर मुझे, like the example what I was giving them, let me use that again. So let's say आपको आप साइकिल चला रहे हो स्लोप पे, और आप बोलोगे मुझे 200 की स्पीड में या 100 की स्पीड में साइकिल चलाना है स्लोप पे, या 50 की स्पीड पे चलाना है, तो क्या आप चला पाओगे? नॉट रियली. व्हाई? बिकॉज यू आर फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट द फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी, राइट? वैसे ही हमारी लाइफ में हम कितने सारे ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स रखते हैं कि मुझे ऐसा चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, जिसका ट्रुथ से रेलेवेंस ही नहीं है. इट इज फार अवे फ्रॉम द ट्रुथ, बट वी स्टिल फाइट दैट थिंग. जैसे हमारे कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, कुछ करियर को लेके, जैसे मेरा बॉस ऐसा है, या मेरे कलीग्स ऐसा है, या ये सिस्टम वैसा है. क्या आप उसको फाइट कर सकते हो? क्या आप एक्चुअली कुछ कर सकते हो जिसका आपके कंट्रोल नहीं है? सो थिंग्स जहां आप रियल लाइफ में एक्शनेबल फॉर्म में कुछ नहीं कर सकते इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम. सो हमारी लाइफ में अगर आप शांति से देखोगे, इज व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू एड्रेस हियर, कि आप रिलेशनशिप में जो जो आपके एरिया में आपको लग रहा है कि वो चैलेंजेस है, सोचो कि कितनी सारी ऐसी चीजें जो एक्चुअल में रियल है, जिसमें मैं कुछ कर सकती हूँ, जिसमें मैं कुछ एक्शन ले सकती हूँ, दोज आर रियल। बट जिसमें मैं एक्चुअली एक्शन ले ही नहीं सकती हूँ, विच इज जस्ट इन माई हेड, विच आई क्रिएटेड इन माई हेड एंड विच इज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम इन माई हेड, बट मैं एक्शन नहीं ले पा रही हूँ, दैट इज वॉट वी कॉल एज अ ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम. Okay, I hope you got the basic idea. Okay, thank you. So, okay, one thing is done. What do you mean by actionable form convert karna hai? Convert. So basically, Ale, what I mean is that there are problems जिसके बारे में तुम actually सोच पा रहे हो कि okay, I can solve this problem if I go this way and I can move ahead and these are the small steps I can take. मतलब अगर जो problem आप लिख रहे हो उसमें से अगर आप ये सोच पा रहे हो कि इसको मैं action form में सोच पा रहा हूँ, that is something you can put it in real problems. Maybe you have not done it, but you are able to think about it. Okay, okay. Okay. Others, come on, chalo. Let's. We'll wait for people to get done. So, meanwhile, let's talk. Manisha, if you can unmute yourself, can you just share me your stats? Basically, what have been your stats in terms of different areas, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Why not? I can see the first
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
relationship yourself with the partner.
Yeah.
And what I feel, okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah. It's better. It's better. You can go ahead. I can hear you. I can hear you now. Please go ahead. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Manisha.
It's better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Please.
With the partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The relationship wise with the partner is 90% is real problem.
Okay.
Whatever I have, as it is, I don't have any problem. But you have told me, so I'm
Yeah.
giving
So
those percentage.
in fact, when 90% is real, that means most of the things what you are is in sync with truth and reality and are more actionable. So that's a
Yes,
good
yes,
sign.
yes.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
Chalo,
With
let's
the
go.
family, is 70 is real and 30 is I cannot help it.
Sure. Okay. Then
It's beyond me. Friends, 80 is real and 20 is
okay,
gravity.
great.
In academic wise, as with me, I cannot do anything, so 100% is gravity.
ठीक है. Okay. Let's move next.
Okay, career, it's 50-50, both.
Interesting. Okay.
Health, 0 is gravity and 100 is real. So I can take action on my health at any point of time.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. And lifestyle is also 100%. When I want to change, I can take actions for my lifestyle.
Very good. Okay. So
Yes.
basically, one very interesting thing what I'm observing is that in most of like you are very much in sync with the truth and reality and are able to think of actions to be taken with different areas and different challenges which come
Yes.
and you are into the actionable space of life. Okay,
Yes.
that's very great. Okay,
Thank
let's see something else. Arth has mentioned, he has written it
Thank you.
interestingly. Okay. Thanks, man. Or very interesting statistics you have mentioned. Let's look at somebody else. Rima, would you like to just go ahead with your basic stats? You unmute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay. Now my voice is coming.
Yeah. You're audible now. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, a relationship with the partner is 60% gravity, 40% real.
Okay, interesting. Great.
And with the family, it is 50-50.
Okay.
And with friends, is the real is 60% and 40 is gravity.
Interesting.
And regarding health, it is 20% gravity, 80% real.
Okay.
Because we can do something for the health. It is in our hands.
Sure.
So that is 80% real and 20% is gravity.
Sure.
Yeah. Regarding career, I have not written anything.
Fair.
That's all. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Chalo. Smaya, I would love to, hear you out if you don't mind, please. Smaya.
Sure. I think for the first one, I don't have an answer.
Okay.
I think with my family, 80% is gravity.
Interesting.
I think half my problem, it's like I don't have an action towards it, so it's gravity. And with friends, I don't have many problems with them, so I don't know how to like place it.
Oh,
Academics, I think 80% is real, or 75%, 80% is real
okay,
problems.
great.
And career, there's nothing. Health, 50-50, I think.
Fair.
And lifestyle, I think 70% real. I take action towards it and stuff. So 70% real.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. One last. Neil. Let's go ahead, buddy. Neil, if you can unmute yourself, please.
Hello, you can hear me?
I can hear you, buddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so for relationship with partner, it's not much applicable to me, so it's mostly like
Fair.
90% gravity.
ठीक है.
Then a relation with family, I would say it is 50% real, 50% gravity.
Interesting.
With friends, I would say around 60% gravity. I don't have much issues, but to put my point forward, sometimes I have an issue.
Okay.
Academic wise, career wise, I would say both are 90-90. Like, I try, but there is a lot of unpredictability, especially when it comes to career.
Okay. Okay.
Health, I would say, would be 50-50, and lifestyle also 50-50.
Okay. Okay. Great. So now let's try and understand. The reason for us to segregate is that कि जिसमें आपने देखा कि रेशियो ज्यादा है, आप खुद ना अपने आप को ऑब्जर्व करो कि हाउ मच ऑफ योर mental consumption and how do you function in those areas in your life. Okay, let's think about it शांति से कि जिसमें जिसमें आपका real problem ज्यादा है, मतलब the problem is real where you are able to take action, how exactly how much impact does it have on your life versus जिसमें हम एक्शन नहीं ले पा रहे, which is more in our head only, उसके वजह से हमारी लाइफ में क्या इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है. आप शांति से ऑब्जर्व करो, आपको पता चलेगा कि is the amount of time I'm spending in that zone and area, is it real important or is it worthwhile? Because because as I said ना, कितने ऐसे लोग हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रिलेशनशिप एरिया से लेके करियर एरिया से लेके कितने सारे ऐसे टॉपिक्स है जहां हम महीनों और सालों निकाल देते हैं ओनली टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट I mean, all the energy, all the time I spent was for nothing. Just nothing. So today, a very interesting exercise, which I would ideally want you guys to do. Okay, as I said, there's no force, no compulsion. I know humans like compulsion, but I am not going to put it. Genuinely observe करना ये हफ्ते जाके कि एक खाली एक सिंपल चीज करना कि अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आप कोई प्रॉब्लम में, कोई चैलेंज में अटके हुए हो, खाली उसको बोलना, अरे यार ये प्रॉब्लम ग्रेविटी वाला है या रियल है, और मेजर सिंपल है, क्या मैं इसमें क्या करना है सोच पा रहा हूँ या सोच पा रही हूँ आगे, या सोच ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. क्या मैं बैठ के इफ थोड़ा ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करके भी मैं एक्शन फॉर्म में कुछ सोच पा रहा हूँ या नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, क्या ये मेरे कंट्रोल में है, yes or no. If it's a yes, then of course think about actions. If it's a no, then the next question is that, do I need to give it time right now? Do I really need to give it that time and energy which I'm giving right now? And whatever that answer comes, do it. कौन कौन करेगा ये सिंपल प्रैक्टिस? आई मीन जेन्युइनली करोगे तो, बिकॉज बिलीव मी ये बहुत छोटी बात है. I can tell you it will change leaps and bounds in terms of the energy which we generally spend. खुद के साथ भी. How many of you think that you will do just this one simple exercise? Just raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, Ashish. Like just do it. Okay, just do it. मतलब just simply try this out. कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नहीं है, कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा नहीं है. एंड प्लीज व्हेन यू से यू विल डू इट, एक सिंपल चीज है, मोबाइल पे रिमाइंडर डाल दो अभी. ओके, राइट नाउ, जस्ट पुट अ रिमाइंडर राइट नाउ, मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून और इवनिंग. रियल प्रॉब्लम वर्सेस, खाली इतना लिखो रिमाइंडर में, रियल वर्सेस ग्रेविटी, रियल और ग्रेविटी. बस मोर लाइक अ रिमाइंडर, ताकि आप जब देखो अपने आप को कोई साइकिल में अटकते हुए, तो खाली एक रिमाइंडर आए, क्या यार ये मैं जो सोच रहा हूँ या सोच रही हूँ वो प्रॉब्लम रियल है या ग्रेविटी प्रॉब्लम है. सो पुट 3 रिमाइंडर्स, सो दैट ये 3 रिमाइंडर at मे बी 4-5 hours gap are good enough for you to actually have a check on, and it will be more in real life. So all the people जिन्होंने mention किया है that they are going to actually do it, please set your reminders right now. And even others who have not mentioned, my sincere request is that actually observe करो. ये ऑब्जर्वेशन भी बहुत बड़ा एक्चुअली चेंज लाएगा आपकी लाइफ में, बहुत बड़ा. सो दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज अ स्पेस एंड टॉपिक विच आई कैन टेल यू दैट आपके लाइफ के इतने महीनों, सालों और डिकेड बच जाएगा शायद, अगर आपको ये सिंपल डिफरेंशिएशन करने आ गया अपनी लाइफ में कि क्या मेरा प्रॉब्लम एक्शनेबल है. यस, लेट मी स्पेंड टाइम. नो, लेट मी पुट इट बैक राइट नाउ. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out, listening to this very interesting topic. Next week, we are going to come up with something else. As usual, I'm looking forward, people. You can share your thoughts, experiences with me. If you have done this exercise, if you're going to do this exercise, please share with me. How does it go in the next 3 days, 5 days period? And as I said, career, school, academic, रिलेशनशिप, लाइफस्टाइल, सब जगह सोचो, ये पॉइंट को ध्यान में रखो, सामने रखो, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू बी लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू व्हाट यू गाइस हैव टू से अबाउट दिस. Cool. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you for joining once again. I'll see you around.
Good night, sir.
Good night, buddy. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, guys. Good night, buddy. Good night, Arth.